remember seeing on the network, like from people that were there, that was like, I was there and I appreciated it. So I mean, that's one of many, but that's like fresh off the top of my head. What was there a question?
Just favorite Indies match?
Oh, I can't remember anything.
Thank you.
Yeah. It was a different time in my life.
Was there a plan to make him go insane, Jericho?
Wait, say that again, sorry.
Wasn't there a plan to make Jericho go insane? With a straight jacket and all?
He put the straight jacket on me, right?
Yes.
I didn't even steal this show. I think Chris Jericho's pretty insane already. I mean, you have to be pretty, you gotta be pretty out there to make some of the style choices that he makes. To use some of the words that he uses, you know, just to, Chris Jericho is a crazy son of a bitch. He really thinks that he's just the greatest thing in the world and everybody should bow down to him and everything. And I didn't have to push many buttons to, he's been insane the whole time, you know. Stephanie, Miss McMahon, just has a little problem with good, wholesome family entertainment. She has a problem with her brother Shane, or it's a very confusing thing. They both run Raw, or one of them runs Raw, or Shane runs Raw, and they work together, but she hates Shane and he hates her, but they pretend to be friends. It's all very confusing. And I just got caught up in the middle of it. But what really suffered was the fans who don't get to see me interview random people anymore. So, yeah, it's a shame. But we should ask her, you know, like send her a Twitter thing or something. What's up? There's like hundreds of people in here in the room. We want to know what happened to the show. So, you know, I'm leaving that up to you. It's your responsibility. I want you to get to the bottom of this and then find out. I don't really remember, you know, too much about that particular day. I remember those two shows because the one, the show the night before, we did like a 6-man with like Kane and Bryan and Undertaker. And we did a show early, like there were 2 shows that night. It was Raw was going on, but there was a house show the same night. And we did the first match of the house show in like somewhere else in England, and then like ran out of the ring, got like a helicopter, and the helicopter was in a building. We got out of the helicopter during the show, and like I had to speed through like traffic to get around to the other side of the building, and like we were literally running through, like running from the car out of this helicopter up the stairs, like an elevator, like we didn't get to see anybody or talk to anybody or run through any type of plan, you know. It was just kind of like, and it was like long, it was like 3 segments, which means like 2 commercial breaks and it was like a lot of wrestling to film, and we were just like, well, and we were pretty new at the time too, and like the first time you were learning the Undertaker and everything, so it was just kind of like, well, see what happens. And like, so you get so much like adrenaline, you're angry at the situation, you're like, what the hell's going on here? We're going to the ring with the Undertaker on Raw, and like, alright, so come in, but the way our attitude was, just the way we were in general at the time, was like, we just know sold everybody, we're like, whatever it is, the Undertaker, cool. So much like adrenaline, angry at the situation, you're like, what the hell's going on here? We're going to the ring with the Undertaker on Raw, like, alright, so come in, but the way our attitude was, just the way we were in general at the time, was like, we just know sold everybody, we're like, whatever it is, the Undertaker, cool. And not out of like disrespect, but like, I think that's why we were so successful, because a lot of guys come in there so, guys are so skilled. Like, we sat down in Florida, but it's not like it is now, and we were like hidden away, like, we built up a lot of like anger and like angst and like, you know, toward the guys in the main roster. We felt like we were these ugly stepchildren that were like left in the closet, like all of like the indie guys stick them in the closet and don't let them out. And then like once we got out, we're like, you know what, screw you all. We don't care. We think you suck. We think we're awesome. We're gonna tell you how it is, and we're taking over the sport. You know what I mean? So that was kind of our attitude. So like, anytime we had a situation like that, it was very much like middle finger to the world attitude. You know, it's just the attitude we had at the time. You know.
Yeah.